Hello, this is Ken Alexander, and welcome to my weekly whatever stream of, Final Fantasy XIV. It's time to slowly, not very slowly, just like a last-ditch effort of doing all of Hildibrand on my EU alt in preparation for next Tuesday. 7 days. Time to get it done. Well, let's continue this storyline. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection, or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Uldon collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I not to investigate her. And should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I need to explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I am told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tututsi in Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you like. Okay. Time to head to Camp Drybone. Oh wait, I'm in the zone. Well, it's been a while. Oh, my back. Ah, there we go. Might as well talk to Tututsi. Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you? Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sakes. Or at least, don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's skin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You too. He's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? I don't know. When did crime become such a popular activity? Probably around the same time. It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildibrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildibrand. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Ah, Vesper Bay, right? Yep. Do I have any Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets in my inventory? Oh, I have 2 left. I'll take Freeport. Okay, let's talk to the people. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this case. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before, if you come looking for work, you're too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gifts, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect? What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time. Everlasting, enduring, unchanging, like mine. Now get out! Wow, stuck up, aren't we? Forgive us, Lady Rilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools, I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Yes, I read the mithril eye. I know full well whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of gods at my disposal. Should he try, will have him seized or worse. Even by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Ah, but you may see for yourself, like every piece of my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look on my peerless inspector, interlopers, and despair. Ships that passed in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and the gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. My lady, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well? Or perchance, in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable incompetent. To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Well, considering this was made before Persona 5, you are correct, good sir. But ever since Persona 5 came out, the calling card has been back in fashion. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Phantom Thieves of Hearts brought it back. What can I say? What's old is new again? Sorry I'm late, but busy solving a murder. Briarden, Consulting Inspector, at your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector. Consulting Inspector. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildibrand, Mandeville, and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you've finished with these wastrels. You see, I do not want nor need your help. Briarden is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you! Where have you been, Maria, and where is my vase? There was the strange flying thing, and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect, at which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? I picked up the vase in Ulda, like Mother said. I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nofika's wells. I went to go and look, but there was scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briarden. If the duel strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile! Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away! You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like. Mariette, dear, listen, if it gets dangerous or you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help, understand? Okay, time to investigate Nofika's wells. Fire horse of death. What the hell's in here? Oh wait, no, that's actually just... That's the other quest. Nofika's wells is this quest. Like, for a second, different quest. Sorry, got distracted. Nofika's wells is this way, so just keep flying, and yeah. Okay. Flamboyant oath. Wow! I think I've seen this man before. A pox upon that thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh, a vase? I know not of what you... God, Custis and infernal refuse on the foot. Every point is a dagger. Okay. I'll be back later. I guess. Time to get on the Midgar Sormir. Or Midgar Soma, technically. I think that's how they pronounce it. A vase. Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. Aha! It's the dreaded demon scourge of Pride Month, I see! This case shall be solved post-haste. It absorbed all the rainbows and started killing innocent people to flame the gay community, I see. Hildibrand's rubbing off on me. I'm coming up with stupid conclusions just for comedic effect. That girl what run by earlier. I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. And then, get on the Black Chocobo and go all the way back to the very familiar looking individual. Gee, I wonder who this man is. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Dorilda over... Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. You search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that has gone with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildibrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have, my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, and so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. Okay. Pick up potsherds. Got it. What is this? The Palace of the Dead quest line? One of 4, 2 of... Oh. How could I have been so careless? Yeah, whatever, Gilgamesh. Of course you were careless. You're Gilgamesh. It's literally your entire character. You have no idea what the fuck you're doing, just like Hildibrand. Why do you think the writers paired you two up? Anyway, let's turn this in. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid! Let's have a look. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. Manderville dance. There is but one person in all of Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase. A man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his work, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would a great warrior. Once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Uldar, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. He was the last shop the thieves struck. For the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the Gold Court. The Brassblades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer, the hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does, and I do so to enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to improperly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. Yeah, I remember Final Fantasy V where I fucking murdered Enkidu and you had no idea I did it, and then you got sent to the Rift, and now you're wandering the interdimensional rift in countless worlds and you're here. Yeah, I remember all that. I was there. I was playing as Barps. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector and Solanaire, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most likely to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog and Northern Thanalan. It is there we shall begin our search. And now you know why I jokingly called Gilgamesh Greg. It's because of this quest line. I mean, it's like, good old Greg's here again. Can't even say Gil properly. Fucking dumbass. Okay, time to head to Camp Blue Fog. Okay, Doblin carcass. Let's investigate the corpse. Doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did this is still around? Basilisk carcass. A single blow to the head. Impressive. Look, I can't even do Gilgamesh's voice. Actual voice. It's so over the top. It would kill my throat to do it every single bit of dialogue. I'm just going to do the generic badass warrior voice. Save the Gilgamesh impression for when it really counts. The Doblin, the Basilisk, this Ahriman, all were slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. That Chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fibre of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance! I'm a Mandeville man, doing what only a Mandeville can. From the peaks of Corfus to Thanalan, Mandeville man. I cannot avert my eyes. That is the dance of House Mandeville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quality, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good woman, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead, though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions. I must bequeath to you the Mandeville. You have learned emote Manderville dance. Manderville men. We are siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Mandeville. Now you must use that knowledge. Go to the fallen Chimera and dance like only a Mandeville can. Okay. This quest line. Just when you think, wow, this is actually probably going to get serious at some point. Nope. Then you have shit like this, and it's like, ha 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 ha. Any tension is now run. The chicken notices something. Fancy yourself a Mandeville man, you would do what only a Mandeville can. Then lift your legs, put up your hands, be a Mandeville man. He comes. Oh, you have naught to fear from me, not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me. God, but Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion if not that? But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Mandeville? If I did not teach you, then who? This is hilarious. By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? This quest line is just hilarious. Most men wish they were Godbird. I'm sorry. He's like he's basically a middle-aged old man, and he looks better than most real people. How most men in this game. Holy shit. This guy's buff. Hildibrand, Heliodor, Max, Emilian Mandeville! Uh-oh. 10 years, Hildibrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son, you are Hildy's father. Godbert, the goldsmith, a Mandeville man, smithing as only a Mandeville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Mandeville man. Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. This antique vase must be made whole once more for the sake of Miss Maria. Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. Hold your applause until the end. Bargoat, guide my hammer! Ooh, even better. I like it. Look how it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense. I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too, innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter, you will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, Father. I can be naught else. Now, Mr. Godbert, sir, I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildibrand help with the investigation. We cannot say that for certain, can we? Maybe she will take a liking to this reimagining. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. And Keto as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad I am to have met you, Greg. Now let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence. I shall be travelling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me. I shall follow anon. I don't care about the fate. I'm going to use the last Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket and go back to Vesper Bay. Oops, wrong button. Anyway, mount up and fly. Time to turn this in. I hope she likes it. Reconstructed vase. Base, vase, whatever, same word. Different pronunciation. Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase that I purchased. Now see here, Lady Dorilda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... gaudy trash. Lord Mandeville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations esteemed gentlemen such as yourself must enjoy. I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady, it does indeed, especially that exquisite vase over yonder, although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh-ho! I don't like it. I love it! I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection. Oh, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildibrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist's threats? Enough expository banter, I say! I see what you did there. Nice FF5 reference. You didn't have Gilgamesh say it. You had Godbert say it. Okay. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildibrand, will you not? Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Mandeville, the man who took Elolande Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate? It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Bryden. Consenting? Consulting, you dumbass! I almost auto-corrected, but no, he said it wrong, so I was like, Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't run them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the treaty blade through a merchant named Jojumpa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real treaty blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you had the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? Thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha 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 ha! A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Corthus. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Gee, I wonder who the thieving duelist is. It's almost like Gilgamesh has a character trait of dueling people and taking their weapons. Nah, it can't be Greg. That's too obvious. Greg's innocent, obviously. Pray forgive my lateness. Ah, speaking of the devil. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in... a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? To be fair, your outfit is ridiculous looking, Gilgamesh, but it isn't impractical. Haha, what reasons indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. Inspector Hildibrand would have you accompany him to Corthus. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk in accordance with Inspector Briarden's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once. Okay, finally to Corthus we go. Camp Dragonhead. Teleport. Oh, someone went out of their way to dress like Princess Garnet. I'm trying to see the outfit. Holy crap, that is a really good impression of Princess Garnet from Final Fantasy IX. Crap, that's good. Unless that's not like a custom outfit and it's one being sold in the store. You never know. Either way, I like it. Really good. I rate that glamour a really good cosplay. Anyway, back to the investigation. Let us begin. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice! I take it you are one of the many tasks with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade? Clearly you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant, they're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else... But, sir, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows? Oh, wait, no, that's Gilgamesh. Mayhap keeping active will help me to stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you, after administering the requisite beating. Ha 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 ha. Good, you're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief, as are we. Come, Nashu, we too must answer the call of duty. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. Yep, I'm the only competent person here. Just like every MMO group I've ever been in. You say that just now, no? I don't think me eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector, over there, look. What is it, Nashu? Play, tell me what you see. Aha, see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is Optimus? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment I thought you might have spotted a thief. Come, Nashu, we have lingered here over long. We must aggress post haste. Well, I mean... Technically she did. There is not out of the ordinary here either. No luck, We have scoured every elm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildibrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave? That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By 12, was that the self-same spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavour to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should the worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. This is like the blind trying to catch the blind. Greg does not realize he is the suspect, and Hildibrand does not realize Greg did it. I love this. Gilgamesh is not putting on an act. He actually thinks that Hildibrand's after someone else. It's like in his mindset, he didn't steal shit. He went fair and square. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the selfsame creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Where could he be? If only there was some sort of hint. A description, maybe. Nah, definitely not him. Maybe it's the Goobu over there. Probably the Goobu. Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. 'Twas one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearn to reclaim it. The strongest of spears! Gee, I wonder what it is. Where is it, man? That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Gah. Now you call me Shirley. No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me. The spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. Then we are at impasse. I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. Confession to what? I have done not wrong. Bah, you are all beyond reason. Ah, yes. My plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. Sure. Sure it was, man. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't, so let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Gotcha. It's a trial. I'll get 7. I'll queue up for 7 more idiots. Got it. Okay. Hello, 7 idiots. I need some help. And of course, you're face planted in the ground. Not you, Miss Ellie. Ah, my good woman, it is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping to the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Wow, it's a big bridge! In fact, this big bridge looks familiar! I feel like I've been here before in FF5. And that's where we first fought, well, not technically, well, the entire party, not just Golef alone, but the entire party technically first fought Gilgamesh. Well, I wonder what we're doing here. Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold, minimal interaction? At last I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best man, you may have the spear. Fail and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it isn't beginning time! Oh, in FF5 he says morphin' time. Battle on the Big Bridge now available. Time for the battle on the Big Bridge. Woohoo! Let's go! Trials. Where's that raids? I went trials. A Realm Reborn. Battle on the Big Bridge. Let's go. Yep, this is an absurd questline and I like it. Come on. Come on. Pop the queue already. Damn. Average wait time 7 minutes. Better be correct. Holy shit. Okay. Well, just waiting on that bus. Well, it might actually be 7 minutes. Holy shit. Whew. Yeah. I might as well just head to the Gold Saucer then. While I wait, got nothing better to do. Let me guess, the queue is going to pop as soon, immediately, as soon as I, load into the Gold Saucer. As soon as I go, you know, maybe I should just do some side quest stuff on this alt. It'll pop. I won't even be able to get my scratch-off tickets done. Please be 789. Nope. Eight, 4, 1, 2, 3. Nope, 279. Nine, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there was no way. It was a trick question. Either I go that way and go full gamba for 1, 2, 3, getting in. The streams were crossed. Nothing was going to happen there. It is what it is. Might as well just repair my gear. There we go. Excellent. Now, where do I go next to kill time while waiting in the queue? I could go to Horizon and just turn in that frickin' Ifrit quest. Now I'm thinking about it. Just fly all the way to Vesper Bay since I'm out of Aetheryte tickets and just fly into the Waking Sands. Yep, just fly on through. I refuse to believe it'll be exactly 7 minutes on the dot. I mean, come on. Since when have I ever gotten the queue to pop on time? Like, exact average. It's either early or late. Never exact. I don't know how you could even calculate that appropriately. We'll find out. It's about to hit 7 minutes. Nope, it's a little bit over. It'll probably be 8 minutes. Will I have time to even turn this in, though? That is the question. Turn this in. And, well, just get this out of my quest log. Yeah, I don't care. Skip the cutscene. I'll take that. Yeah, I don't care about the company seals either. Oh, great. Yeah, and there was all that other stuff to do. I'll deal with it later. Right now, I'm just going to see if I can teleport back to Corthus. Teleport back to Corthus. We're at the 8-minute mark. Probably be 9 minutes at this rate. Let's fly all the way back to the quest area just for shits and giggles. For thematic purposes. Yeah, I got nothing. This queue is slow. DPS queues are slow. It is what it is. Almost at the 9-minute mark. Yep, 9 minutes. Still hasn't popped. It'll probably be around 10 minutes, maybe. If all goes well. Also, I want to fly over this. Oh! There we go. Griffin Crossing. I'm just trying to figure out where the hell this even goes. Come on. Let's go. Battle on the big bridge! You'll face the mighty Gilgamesh! Oh yeah, let's go. I can't really do Gilgamesh's voice justice.
Fine, I admit it. Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me. What? I lied.
He does that in the Battle on the Big Bridge fight in FF5 too.
I've been had. This is far from the strongest of spears. I feel so brave. Goodness gracious. I just remembered something.
Oh! And now we're doing the Battle on the Big Bridge in reverse from FF5. Instead of going through a bunch of enemies to get to Gilgamesh, we're going through a bunch of... going through Gilgamesh first and then going through a bunch of enemies. I just love Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is fucking hilarious. So many FF5 references in this quest, obviously because of Gilgamesh. And unlike some of the characters, this is actually FF5 Gilgamesh, traveling the Rift from world to world. This is the same dude.
I will pound you, silly. Aha!
This isn't just a reference, he is literally the same dude from FF5. So he's not... So this is not just a Eorzean FF14 version of Gilgamesh referencing, well, the FF5 Gilgamesh. This is the FF5 Gilgamesh. And everyone says Final Fantasy games aren't connected. About that, the worlds, they may not all take place on the same planet, but the Extraverse is connected. They have a shared Extraverse. There are characters that travel across the worlds and dimensions. But at the same time, there are also characters with the same name as characters who can do that, who are native to their worlds, respectively. I mean, Final Fantasy Type 0 is, to date, is the only Final Fantasy game I can think of where the FF5 Gilgamesh and the in-universe Gilgamesh are both in the game. Like, there's 2 Gilgameshes. There's the Lorican Gilgamesh, and then there's the FF5 Gilgamesh.
Well then. That's enough of a beating for now.
Yeah. I guess. And this is a reference to Final Fantasy, the Gilgamesh in Final Fantasy XII, which is an Esper, and not the same as the Final Fantasy V Gilgamesh, but it's still a Gilgamesh, so they referenced it, because that Gilgamesh, that Esper, is based off the personality of the FF5 Gilgamesh. And yes, the Final Fantasy Extraverse is fucking confusing. Don't overthink it. You'll have an aneurysm trying to figure out the FF multiverse. Just accept that it exists, it's a thing, and just go with it. It's like Hildibrand. Stop trying to apply logic to it. Just go with it. It exists. That's all you need to know. Try to apply logic to some of this shit, your brain will explode. Alone, yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. Oh, time to head to Horizon again, I guess. Well. I will turn in this quest after I go to the restroom real quick. I need a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Just need to put the headphones back on. Quick and let's go. Let's turn this in. Okay, let's turn this in. Ah, this is more magnificent than I imagined. Will make a fine addition to my collection. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Briarden. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my treaty blade? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? A mask. A magical mask that transforms you into anyone? Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Yep, Gilgamesh is not the real culprit for the treaty blade caves. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Yep, that's Gilgamesh's MO. That's Greg's MO right there. He doesn't use calling cards. He's not Joker from Persona 5. It's someone else. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Here we go again. Dodged! 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 And now it's in his head. I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Briarden. Piss off. 400 years have I slept, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine, I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. A phantom thief with mass. This is basically just Persona 5, except they're the antagonist. Fascinating. Design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole a tree blade sent this. Very well. I, and I alone, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. He's about to have an aneurysm. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon! How dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious tree blade to be stolen? And you, Maria. Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro, a pair of gentlemen mamas. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later. Just you and me. Not bad, Hildy, not bad at all. You are indeed a Mandeville man. Mark my face, oh phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the guy who will pass out on you. Here we go. The fiend does lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue. As seeds of jealousy quicken within an inspector's soul, can true love bloom on this battlefield? Will this Mandeville man find his Mandeville wife? case of indecency. Hey, what's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time. Did I mention, I know I said this last stream, but did I mention all of this is canon? This is your life now. Enjoy! And in order to get your relic weapon in 6.2.5, you're going to have to do all of this. Your reality is now Hildibrand. Enjoy! You better get a sense of humor pretty damn quickly, otherwise you're going to be losing your mind by the end of this. Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating of my own since we last borrowed. I believe I found our Lapis Maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one Master Gugurimu, a prominent member of the East Aldenod Trading Company. Her eyes and her hair a most acceptable shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is the old protective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all this is about to change. Rumor has it the girl's about to be wed. Not just to anyone, mind you, to the heir of the Bruguiere Consortium. The formal announcement is set to be made at the commemorative feast, to be jointly hosted by two family businesses. The venue is Costa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the streets is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol, overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. To Costa del Sol we go. Sorry about that. Bottle. Squeezed it too hard. Time for Costa del Sol! Woohoo! You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might have just a moment of... Ah, yes, that two-gill sensationalist rag. I'd read your tarsal screed about the self-styled phantom thief in his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Wow. Sell swords. How do you know one of them isn't the thief? The brass blades of the Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him and askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief will be his last. If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen... Or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Consulting Inspector Briarden, your reputation precedes you, and what, pray tell, would you propose? I have promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter would be attending the festivities. To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. Very well, let us see if your reputation is deserved, but consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after you slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure... tongue-tied. A precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless, he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I have already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vons, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morgant. Yalto Nolto and his wife, Sienna, the guest of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Gurgurimu himself. Finally, we have Leuenhardt, the steward of Gurgurimu's estate, and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the Phantom Thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Hildibrand Mandeville, I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Riordan. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet, to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease, yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a manderful man can. You have a fish on your head, also your disguise is terrible. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good, Inspector, I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Okay, let's speak with Briarden. I'm just saying Briarden. It could be Briardian, Briardine. Who cares? Briarden. I'll just say it that way. I don't know how to pronounce half of these names. That's Gilgamesh. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. Before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name, but it will suffice. Now answer me this, Dynamis. You were there when the Phantom Thief in the guise of Lady Dorilda stole off with the Treaty Blade. Was there anything about our disguises, those disguises, that struck you as particularly noteworthy? The perfect mannerisms. Intriguing, where most would point out the sheer physical perfection of a disguise, you turn an eye within. Yeah, I mean, it was almost like they reused the same exact model and character model and everything. Weird. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearances at will, and yet, like you, this was of secondary concern to me. From movements to mannerisms to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Dorilda, he was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample powers of disguise, he studies his targets closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago, when preparations for the banquet began. This would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target, and yet some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantom dynamis. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? A brass blade. Precisely. Clearly you are far less useless than the bumbling inspector whose company you keep. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Costa del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen in his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the brass blades has been assigned to serve as a bodyguard for one or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had time to carry the unconscious man far. I will canvass the immediate area. You begin your search in the outskirts of Costa del Sol. Got it. Let's head over here. I mean, really, I would actually take the disguise of the brass blade. I'm just saying, it's the best disguise. It makes logical sense. But nothing about Hildibrand makes logical sense. So, what do I know? Excellent. You are one of the less incompetent assistants I have worked with. Thank the gods, please free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive. There, now tell me all that you can remember about what happened to you, and try to be brief. We just arrived in Costa del Sol, had a briefing of sorts. Master Guillermo gave us each our orders, who we'd be looking after and the like. Had a mind to the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. When I came to, here I was, stripped of my skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. You say you received orders from Master Guillermo. Who was to be your charge? My memory's hazy, but one was Morgan, father of the groom, the other was the Lalafell gent from Limsa. Nalto. Now try your best to remember, were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Gonna take it, yes. There was also the steward, Lewenhoff, that was to review him with the schedule of events, discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgan, Nalto, and Lewenhoff. Thank you for an incompetent fool. Your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city and into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, and for the love of the gods, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. Gotcha! Trouble coming! Something's going to happen. Let's talk to Hildibrand. Okay, let's talk to Hildibrand all the way over here. Ah, there you are, friend, and not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you and your Inspector Briarden's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Morgan, Giotto, and the steward Lewinhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildibrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend, the Inspector shall be none the wiser. If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah, there is one of our suspects standing suspiciously under that canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. Oh dear. It's gonna go wrong. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives, in danger. But have no fear. Miss Ellie, ready your quill, that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honoured art of parley, handed down from Manderville men of ages past, to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favourite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I ensnare our play with a web of words leading to its inevitable demise. Good evening, Master Gugurimu, and a fine evening it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you, anyway? Gods! Gods! Now, hold your go, Guru. I recognize the lad. This is Hildibrand, agent of Enquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have ye? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, aye, Vans? The phantom thief, balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed. To have such rumours told about her, perhaps she's worthy of me after all. I want to murder this man on principle. He exudes an unusual degree of confidence for such an effect. Fashion challenge use? Most suspicious. No, he's rich. It's not suspicious at all, Hildibrand. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. That's Vans, ever calm in the face of danger, truly is his father's son. A worthy heir to the Brugere consortium and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families, or family, I should say. Which reminds me, Master Vans, Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since today. Oh, that little trinket, 'twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers once we are wed. Time-honoured Manderville ought to parley. We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yalto, Nolto, and Lewinhart, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. Yeah, here we go. He's going to make more of a mess. I'm not seeing your faces around here with the East Alnar Trading Company, are ye? Why, yes, good sir, very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Alnar Trading Company. Oh, pleasure to meet you. Do tell, is the Lapis mean as lovely as they say? Sienna's here no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on years. No offense intended, my dear. No, but where are my manners? Also, Nalto, the Brigade Consortium, and this is my wife, Sienna. Look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding, the time, and the joining together of our family business couldn't be happening at a better time, what with all the men of the felled beast and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of important foodstuffs was waylaid by the mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of them. You have heard of the mandragoras, haven't ye? But of course, I once spent a year honing body and mind with the Fist of Raga. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra whatsits a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it that they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, milady. I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sienna. Forgive me, wife. She's always saying how me is bad for her figure, and with that I'd best go prepare my speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy, none of those three were suspicious in the least, but we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector, a sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? Give up hope, he of many faces will laugh last, the Lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Briarden will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lewenholt spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we could consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briarden will be back before long. Come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. Let's inspect the supplies. Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lewenholt spoke true. Ye gods! Are those explosives I spy concealed amongst these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Nashu, forth be it for me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briarden is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Briarden, explode, a fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. Of course. I see where this is going. Even though I've done the quest before, I was like, oh, here we go. This is going to be a big boom. You two are supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspect and staying out of trouble, yes? The Inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Briarden come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Dynamis and I will see that the Inspector keeps a wide berth for this speech. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu. We shall return for your creations once Inspector Briarden has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry. Oh dear. And let's head over here. Dr. Briarden. A burst of inspiration indeed. So Hildibrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Indeed, but enough talk about Hildibrand. Dynamis and I have been wanting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, that spot just over there by the crate should suffice. There, of all places? But surely you could find somewhere more scenic. I am not here on vacation. I am here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Dynamis. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. Oh, there. This is good. This is going to be funny. Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Though the questioning of a brass blade attacked by a quarry, I have identified the three individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Yalton Alto, and Leuenhardt. The three of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over... Are the two of you listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you are right. I, too, feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. Ah, but there is no need. Wait here, and I shall build us a fire. Aha, methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly, and as fortune would have it, I just happen to have a flint stone on my person. Let's go. This is gonna be a big boom. There is no cause for alarm. This is not blood that courses through the Inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Whee! It's flying! What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Could this be another challenge from the fiend? Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual codcy. Doubtless it's just the idle ravings of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. Ah, there are 2 more pages. Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page? Confounding Inspector Briarden will meet a fiery demise. Ah! Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. And Nashu's gonna sneeze, isn't she, if I remember right? Or, I can't remember. I think Nashu sneezes and it just falls over and everyone blows up. Yep. Yep. Here we go. Ow. You saw through the fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just call it reporter's intuition. Are you her? I'm ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Hildibrand Mandeville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance. Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? Those thieves, those vegetables cost a fortune and they're ruined! Run! Agent of inquiry, more like agent of injury and incompetence. You ought to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I'll see the entire lot of you rot in jail. Okay, let's speak with Lewinhart. That's just funny as hell. Yes! Yes, the Phantom Thief tried to kill you. It wasn't dumb luck. Wasn't a series of unfortunate events there? No, it was all part of his master plan. What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gugurimu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods, this is no thief, this is a madman. As we're replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contain imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particularly short supply these days, what with the mandragoras at large. Even if I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras, I have heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall a name, but it very closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Lewinhart. Of course, our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of these overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but a rather bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gerbera proved unable to resist them. Oh, a formidable foe indeed, where only there were a brave soul in our midst with a want for taking on fearsome enemies with not a shred of concern for her own well-being. I feel like I'm being volunteered. Your eyes, friend, they speak to me, they say, I, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to the rightful owner. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. Our one son, the Maul of the Yellow Jackets, has been charged with defending the roads from the mandragoras. If anyone have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gugurimu is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let a lady face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. Okay, Limsa Lomenza, lower decks. Let's go. Hildibrand and Sundamal. There we go. You come to Mandragoras, I fear you're a half a bell too late, as were we. Blast it all! I heard a poor merchant tell it. No sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on a shipment of vegetables than did an onion turn on him, screaming bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror he did. By the time he came to his senses, he had set sail without him. Merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his loss. If you mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. Ah, it's the thrill of the chase, not invigorating, friend. The ferry docked by the fisherman's bottom will carry us to Aleport. Let us swiftly be on our way. Okay, to Aleport we go. Okay. And let's talk to the tiny trader. Size shaming, huh? Yeah, hell, sneak up on me like that. I thought you were for a feral tournament, a murderous eggplant or something like that. Like I jest to you, you'd be singing a different tune if you shot. If a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eyes, it didn't mine. My eye! Time I regained my wits, they already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm run! Run! And if I never see another bleeding ending until the end of my days, it'll be too soon! Seeds of rebellion. Woohoo. To hear most say it, the Mandragoras are a nasty lot, a right pain in the arse to the farmers and provisioners to roam over. But let me tell you, ye friend, they ain't the least of it. Freeing their fellow fronds from our ladders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a far grander scheme. Revolution! Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with the dim expression, I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me if it ain't the undead overload what fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you... could it be the adventurer what bested the thieving duelist in single combat? Yeah. Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled with a demon bud whose crow could split the heavens? That's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tornado your grace. And that's the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud, and I mean that literally. As we speak, the Mandragoras are planting themselves a whole army of their own kind on the Isles of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favour if ye could go there and uproot them before the harvest comes. Many a case have I solved my day, but I have not matched wits with sentient plant life before. This should prove quite exhilarating. To the Isles of Umbra! Okay, to the Isles of Umbra we go. Ah, yes, that's over all the way over there. Flying mount time. Fly faster. Ceruleum engines on full blast. Must go faster. Pluck these Mandragora buds. PlayStation symbols. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Oh no! The Mandragoras are working for Sony! We're all going to die! The Sony assassins have come! They're speaking in PlayStation buttons! The end is nigh! Okay, feel a hostile gaze upon me. Fascinating, riveting. And the last bud, all the way over here. Okay. Feel hostile gaze upon me. Reclaim the stolen foodstuffs. Okay, fine. I guess it's all the way over here. Ah, Hildibrand. Hello, good sir. Friend, my pursuit of the Mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here somewhere. Commence the Mandragoras. Level sync. Where? Ah, there we go. And, well, it's FF12 all over again. Fucking A. Of course. Time to reap this harvest. Okay. Come on, take him out. Oops, gotta move. Damn! This fight is not very melee friendly. Okay, get out of the orange. Come on. 3 more. Oh, fuck you, you stupid eggplant mandragora pieces of fucking filth. I swear people actually expect you to eat this shit. What do they think you are, a rabbit? Not a rabbit? Okay, I'm playing a rabbit, but I don't want to eat this shit, okay? Just realize what I said. Fucking salad. And time to finish off the onion. Your level is no longer synced. Okay, back to Costa del Sol we go. You return, I fear you might end up a tasty snack for a crazed head of cabbage. Here's the stolen foodstuffs. Stolen foodstuffs to save my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gugurimo is quite particular about his seasonings. Ooh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it is time we return to the case. Now there must be some clue that yet eludes us. Car, the peppers have changed color. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe? A gentleman must needs investigate. A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Leuwenhoek described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate? Well, look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant a purplish blue, or a bluish purple. The two colors are really quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Ha! The charade is up. After the man! It is as I suspected all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice. Aha! The goggles change the color of the peppers for the, well, thief. Time to find Leuwenhoek. You can run, but you cannot. Okay. Aha! If you thought you could out-sprint this man of ill man, you are sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a snipper. Fitting in for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. Where am I? Who are you? Ha, playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skull and broken bones. I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella, I must find her at once. My head... It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Lewinhart. Swear on my life that is so. I was en route to the estate in Widenport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and the next instant he turned on me. Thought desperately defending myself, and he managed to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, the impostor was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our quarrel, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. Ah, an excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewinhart back to the estate that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. What the hell? I can't remember what these guys were doing again. I can't remember half of these quests. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You see with anger at those that took from you what was yours. Then it would appear our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. The plants are plotting against us. The game is afoot, inspectors. Okay. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? Okay. Time to head all the way to Wineport. So now he knows that they know that we know that everyone knows that someone knows, you know? No, I didn't follow that either. Ah, there's Arabella. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lewin, always a worrier. Your concern is touching, but I am a woman grown. Besides, I just want to see the flowers. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, and inspector extraordinaire. Please call me Hildy. The pleasure is mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildibrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Mandeville name. The gods smile on me indeed, to send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion, and yet... You seem pensive, milady. Is something the matter? Tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vance, why I have not even met him. He sent me this class as betrothal gift, a treasure for my treasure, wear it always, the message said. I do not care how beautiful it is, it might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you not even met? Unconscionable. Father says that this marriage must happen, that it is for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true old Don, but if I may be bold, milady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewin in as well, though as a servant rather than son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me he is the man who gave me a warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Vans, if that will make Father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days? If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. A case of indecency. Okay, we're at the conclusion of this storyline. With a maiden's virtue hanging in the balance, Hildibrand would hasten back to Costa del Sol. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Mandeville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. This is an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles, and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Not you, Miss Ellie, with me! Okay, get on the black chocobo and head all the way back to Costa del Sol, the other side of the map. Back and forth, back and forth. Trying to think. Live on stream. If I were to end it after this, tomorrow, on Wednesday, I could just do the rest of A Realm Reborn Part 3. I would probably have done it half and half anyway if it wasn't for the technical difficulties I suffered when I first tried to stream this. Probably something similar for Heaven's Ward, so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Sunday for Stormblood, and then... yeah, and then I could just do the Endwalker, Hildibrand stuff on Monday. So, yeah, okay. That works. Inspector Briarden, I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. Inspector Vans and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence. It is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless, the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up or the like, like you always do? Inspector Briarden, I knew the day you would come when that you recognize my many talents. Worry not about Master Vans. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, the gentleman will do what must needs be done. Poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now to the task at hand, we must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect. Dynamis, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Get on good old Argos and fly over here. Has the Lapid's maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Okay. Deliver the servant's garb to Arabella. Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? Servant's garb. Servant's garb, but why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into those clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, father will be furious, and Lord Vans. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewin, if father heard you say such things... I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but two skilled inspectors in the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Dynamis, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let us return before the festivities begin. Okay, let's go. Head all the way over to Hildibrand. Drop this off. Ah, you return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vans at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Here, take this dress, man. Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it. But worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vans before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Briarden and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a show. Let's go. Cusses, how am I supposed to find my men with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, this is an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Brugere Consortium and the East Aldenard Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden, if even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vons is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalto Naltos, Siana, honored guest, it's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vons, future chair of the Brugere Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gugurimu of the East Aldenard Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows here today. That happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. The only one wearing gloves, outside of Briarden himself, and, well, my character, technically. Damn you, Hildibrand Mandeville, you had one job. She's beautiful. Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride, after all. Hildibrand's wearing the dress! Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray, give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, 1,000 times yes. I am yours and shall be forevermore. What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Vons, or shall I call you by another name? The thief of many faces. Me, the thief? Are you mad? Appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugurimu, and her steward, Lewinhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vans, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden, none save you, ye of 1,000 faces? And anyone else with half their wits about them? True. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding? The gods, arrest that pervert at once. Lock him up in jail and throw away the key. Arabella, oh thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. A glove on his right hand. Could it be? Yeah, Hildibrand was right. For the wrong reasons. Vance has never saw his bride-to-be, so it's not Vance. Aha! The man is a fool, but it would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's the thief! Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him! Uh-oh, the plants are attacking. What? You came all this way for me? You love me. You really, really love me. The plants are terrifying of cross-dressers. Damn. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Vans was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I could have ever hoped for. Vans and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. For the love of the gods, somebody find him a change of clothes. One thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, yet in the end he only took her neck piece. Now that you mention it, Master Ryumu told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess, it is one of the most treasured pieces from the Bugare collection, known by many as Azema's virtue. The maiden's virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Oh! Sliced and diced! Poor vegetable! Assassinated! Over here, Inspector, it says, made you look. And that's the real one. Right in the back of his head. The fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. Don't worry. No brain damage occurred there. He doesn't have a brain to damage. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once, he may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, the next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the Phantom Thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the Phantom Thief. Most certainly. He's about to find out, isn't he? The Parlay minigame is now available. Oh. To the victor goes a priceless treasure. The smile of a champion holds secrets while the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Manderfeld man triumph over terrors and win the day? Yeah. The last bit of A Realm Reborn Hildibrand will be tomorrow. And it will be back at Ul'dah where it all started. The key in the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one at the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. Ow! And, well, that's all for my weekly whatever stream of Final Fantasy XIV. If you like what you've seen, please give me a follow if you haven't already. And, well, tomorrow, more Hildibrand. In any case, this has been Captain Alexander. See you later. Bye-bye. And I'm just going to raid whoever, because I got to go to the restroom really damn bad. And, fuck it. Pyromancer, good enough. Raiding now, and ending the stream.